Fun fact number 94. Um, yeah, wanted to talk about my books a little bit more. Um, this is Hummingbird Secrets. It comes right now. This particular version comes in a paperback. I wrote it a while ago, and when I was pregnant with my daughter, and um, I got an artist, Angela Loder. He's a good artist, and a friend to do the art for the book. What I realized later was this is the original copy, but I have a hard copy. She has a hard copy of the original, but for sale, you can get the ebook or you can get a paperback of this particular one. This is a complete one, and this is the one that I feel like is more for the grandparents, and maybe not the child. I know that in the past I've tried to read it to um, students in classrooms. And what I realized is that Angela did such a good job of interpreting my words into the artistry that I had too many words for the young children. So I decided to edit it a few years ago to make it more a little bit quicker. So when you're reading it, if the students or children are looking at the photos, that you're not still on the photos when they're done looking at the photos and you're finished reading the page. So this is the original one, and I'll just do a sample page. I didn't even, in the second copy that I did make it a hardback because that's a standard for the business to have books that are like this size for students to be hardback. Like I said, this one's in paperback, and I think it's more for the older people and not the children of the older people. But this one, see if I can get a page here that really, like I said, I took some pages out to streamline it a little bit, and then I also like this one, you can see the artistry here. And this is the hummingbird nursery. And this is a ballroom where the hummingbirds dance. And you can see, like, that's a lot of words and small. For younger children, that's a lot of words. Now, when I re-edited it, I did make it a hardback because that's a standard for the size book in bookstores, if you want to sell them. And this one also, it says Hummingbird Secrets as well, but you can see the difference in the cover is that the title is down at the bottom. The authors are above the title, and the title's down at the bottom. And it is a hardback. It should be a slightly smaller book. Even the edge is different here. This is the original, and this is the edited version. And I call the edited version the hardback nighttime reader. So it's a little bit shorter. And then this one right here, let me see if I can show the same page and show you the difference. You see, here's the nursery. There's still a lot of words, but they're larger. They're in a white box and they're fewer. This one you can tell is much fewer. They're larger and in a white box. And this is the ballroom scene. That's what I did. And then there's some pages like where there was that many words and it got down to like one sentence. So, and then some of them, like you can tell the exact original page doesn't have the white box because this is like a poem. in a rhyming poem, and cutting any of it out wouldn't make any sense. So a lot less words. And this is the hardback reader version of the book. So I have two different versions of the book. And like I said, it was originally written when I was pregnant with my daughter. And then when I met Angela, we made this version together. She made all the beautiful artwork. I do have a piece on my wall. And the artwork is much larger. It's also for sale if you look up Angela Loader. She may still have some of the pieces like the nursery and the ballroom dancing left. I have the original of the last piece of artwork in the book. And it's on my wall right above my desk. This is I want to say the third or fourth book that I published by myself. And I've learned a lot, so that's why I did another version that had less words and less pages, and in a hardback version. So they're very similar, but this one has more words, and if you want more description and a little bit more detail and a few more pages that tie things together a little bit more, this is good. But this is really good for the younger people. There's fun stuff in it and rhymes and stuff for younger people. So that is Hummingbird Secrets. It's one, I kind of count these as two because they're two different versions and they have a different feel and they're for different audiences. The first children's book I wrote was Grandpa's Chair. It's a paperback. I tried to Photoshop photos because I'm not an artist, and this story is a little bit more simple, and it's okay. I don't think it's the best. I don't usually recommend it. But Hummingbird Secrets, I put a lot into, and I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good book. It's a good book. The one that's not the hardback nighttime reader is a good book for older people, and especially grandparents. And the nighttime reader is a really good book for children, and it's fanciful, but it also tells you that, you know, just because you don't see somebody again doesn't mean they've left you forever. So, and that there's magic in the world. So that's Hummingbird Secrets. I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. Hopefully someday somebody will buy the books and I can stop looking for work and selling stuff online and trying to figure out life. But I hope you enjoyed that. Little information about one of my books. And like I said, I count these as two, so I have three. Grandpa's Chair, Hummingbird Secret, and Hummingbird Secret Night Reader. Those are the three children's books that I have out there in the world for people to download or buy a hard copy of. And there are other places in the world, like in some libraries and stuff, but those are the three children's books, and I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about them. I hope you enjoyed that little slice of my writing life, and ciao bellas.